Hello everyone, welcome to another interesting tutorial where I'll be teaching you how to draft and cut this panel dress. And I have my fabrics here. I'm mixing these two fabrics and I have my contoured bodice pattern the front and the back. My name is Aduni Asharaloge. Kindly like, share and subscribe to this channel for more detailed illustrations. So right now, let's get right into the tutorial. If you don't know how I came about this pattern, you can check through my page. I have a video on it. So what I'm going to do, first of all, is to close the shoulder darts, cut out the contour darts at the underbust, then close the side darts. And that is what I'm going to be doing right now. So this pattern, I'm going to alter it into a pattern with yoke. Then if you can draft a full gown block, then alter it into your panel, it's fine. But to save paper, that is why I'm doing this. That is why I'm doing this. So what I'm going to do right here is to cut this part this way. Then I'm cutting out the contour darts at the underbust. All right, so I have this. Now I'll be closing the side darts. Now here I'll be opening this up by 3/4 because this person is very busty. Then I'll close the side dart, and closing the side dart will automatically give a little room of opening here to accommodate the bust more. So right now I'll be stepping down the darts. So now that I have the side darts closed, the next thing is to go ahead and close the shoulder dart. So I'll be slashing one side up to 1 inch above the bust point. Then I'll be overlapping this way to close the shoulder darts. So now I'm going to create a yoke out of this because this is going to have a yoke. Though the one I have in the picture is sleeveless, but I'm making mine to have a sleeve. So there will be slight difference in what we have. So to get the yoke length, the length of the yoke, I'll be using the bust radius. This is the distance from the under bust up to the bust point. And here I have measuring from the under bust to the bust point. I have 4.5. So I'll be going up by the same 4.5 inches and I'll be marking it. That is the bust radius. Then I'll be ruling a line across. Now, if you are making a transparent yoke and you don't want your chest, like your cleavage, to reveal, this marking here, you can go up more by 1/2 or 1 inch to secure the bust region. For this person, I can decide to go up more by 1 inch instead of using the exact 4.5. Then I'm going to take it this way. Okay, so now that I have this, I'm going to have to trace this line that I closed upward. Then I'm going to contour the overbust. So for the overbust contouring, I'll be doing 3/4 to this side and 3/4 to this side, which is a total of 1.5. Then I'm going to have to connect it back to this shoulder, but I'll also be doing a shoulder tightening here. So instead of connecting this directly back to this shoulder this way, I'm going to reduce it. Okay, so I'll be taking what I have here, the midpoint of it, and I'll come to this side to what I have here, the midpoint of it. So it's like taking half of what you have here, half of what you have here, then that's what I'll be taking back to tighten the shoulder part. Okay, so now I'll be connecting the contouring to the bust point this way. Then I'll be taking this one too this way. Now what I'll have to do next is to close it so I can check if there is alignment or not. So when I close it, I'm going to have to blend this line because there will definitely be a shift. So I'm going to blend the line. Then I can simply cut through. Now, whatever I have taken here, the total I have taken here is 1.5. I'll be replacing half of it to the side. So instead of replacing 1.5 to the side, I'll be taking half of 1.5, which is 3/4. Then that is what I will have to reconnect back to the armhole this way. Then I'm going to fold this back and I'll cut the yoke. Okay, so now that I have separated the yoke, I have this. So the next thing is for me to just go ahead and cut this out. So I have done the overbust tightening and I have done the yoke tightening. Then I'll be cutting through this starting line. This is the starting line, so I'll be cutting it off. I don't need it. Okay, so I have the center front piece and the side front piece. Center front and the side front. So I'm going to put them aside and I'm going to concentrate on the yoke. So on the yoke, I'll be cutting off the starting line. Then I'll cut through the shoulder. Then the armhole. Then we'll be closing this dart that we have here, which we used in tightening the shoulder. So we'll be closing it up. All right, so I have closed this. So I'll be taking the neck width of 4 inches wide, then the neck depth of 4.5 inches deep, or 4 inches deep. I don't want the neck to be too tight, so I'll be using 4.5 or 4 inches deep. Then all I need to do is just to have the round neckline like so. Then I'm bringing this back. I'm going to put them together like I have sewn it. Okay, then I'm going to have to put this yoke back. Now you can see the differences we have. So I was supposed to cut here, so it's always good to check. Now at this side, let me complete the cutting of this upper armhole first of all. Okay, now this is what I want to show you. Putting these two together like they've been sewn on the side of this yoke, overlap or take it in by 1/2 inch. Okay, let it go underneath this by like 1/2 inch. Then make sure the center front here is matching. Okay, now you can see this space we have here. We are going to be filling it on the yoke. This is always very important to do. If not, you will have issues when you sew or when you are trying to join because of the tightening we did on the shoulder part. That is why we are having this. So you need to check for alignment always so that there won't be issue while you are sewing. Okay, so now that I have done this, I'm bringing this back. Okay, let me use my pencil to highlight. Then I'll be putting the center front together here. Then I'll be putting this side together here. Make sure that this is coming. So then I'll trace this neckline on the yoke. So here it's the new, that was why we added more paper to this yoke. So this is the new down part of the yoke that I'm going to cut out. Okay, so we are done. We have the front yoke. And I'm going to cut out the neckline. So for this yoke, I'm going to be using the peach, this peach fabric. So I'm going to write it on a peach. Then for the center front, we are using the peach, while for the side front, we are using the red. So now that I've labeled the front, I'm done with the front. So let me proceed with the back pattern. So for the back pattern too, I'll be having a yoke. I'm going to carve out a yoke. So I can use the side of this front yoke as my guide. I'll just align the shoulder this way. Then the level at which this is stopping, I can stop at this armhole. Then take it back. Then for the center back, the choice is mine, how deep I want the yoke. From the top, I can decide I want it as deep as 7-8 inches. But I think I'll be working with 7.5 inches for the depth. Then I'm going to connect it this way. So for this yoke, I'll be using the peach fabric also, the peach lace. I have the neck Then I'll be altering the neckline, the neck width, okay? We used 4 for the front, so we'll be altering this to 4 inches for the back. I'll be maintaining the depth of 1 inch. So I'll just alter the neck width. All right. So the next thing is to extend this my dart line up to the yoke level. I'll take it a little above the yoke, like the down part of the yoke. Then I'll just redraw the dart legs, okay, this way. So we are going to cut this out because we are going to turn this into panels, remember? And I'm done with the alteration for the back. It's really, really simple. It doesn't require much process like the front. So all I need to do now is to cut it out. Okay, so I'm cutting off the back yoke, so I can do it to label it back yoke. All right, so I'm taking the yoke out. Then this part, you are going to label it. This is the CB, which is the center back. Then I'm going to use an arrow to indicate the top part. Also on the side, use an arrow to indicate the top. Then I'll be labeling this SB, that's side back. Then all I'm going to do is to cut out the darts. All right, so we have this. So these ones are going to be altered into panels. So I'm going to use peach lace for this. For the CB, we are using the peach, and for the SB, we are using the red. So the next thing is to go ahead and transfer both front and back on fabric.